Quentin Grimes, who played for the Mavericks last season and then was traded to the Sixers at the deadline, is still a free agent. I'm not surprised, and here's why. Quentin Grimes' time on the Sixers is part of a thought experiment that I'm going to call the, well shit, someone's got to score buckets for us conundrum. Look at the state of the Sixers and where they were at the trade deadline last season. Paul George was never able to stay consistently healthy, and he was in and out of the lineup. Tyrese Maxey, towards the end of the season, was constantly in and out of the lineup. Joel Embiid was practically shut down at this point. Eric Gordon was practically shut down at this point as well. Jared McCain was injured and he was done for the season. Caleb Martin was having hip pain and he was missing a lot of games. Sixers made the trade for Grimes because this team needed to tread water because this season was getting out of hand. Last season, Grimes was in the final year of his contract, and you were given that how he played with the Sixers last season, he would be up for a big payday. Look at the bottom two rows above my head. That was his time in Dallas and his time in Philadelphia last season. You look at the differences between his averages during his time with the Sixers and the Mavericks, and you say to yourself, man, that's such a monumental leap between his time in Philly and Dallas. Like, he's averaging almost 22 points a game, 5 rebounds, almost 5 assists. Yeah, this is a guy that you want to give big money to. But it's important that you look at his time with the Sixers because he started more games and he's averaging almost 11 more minutes per game. He's also averaging nearly twice as many shot attempts per game during his time in Philly in comparison to Dallas. He went from 7.8 attempts per game to 16.4. But then you look at his shooting percentages between Philly and Dallas, they're nearly the same. In Philly, his 3-point shooting percentage is slightly lower, despite having nearly twice as many 3-point attempts per game. And as I said before, someone's got to score the buckets. So in turn, his counting stats averages are much better than before. Someone's got to get some spin, and that guy was Quentin Grimes. The fact that Quentin Grimes still hasn't been signed yet is pretty much an indication that he's going to be brought back to the Sixers next season, which I don't mind at all because this team is going to be injured once again. And as I said before, somebody's got to score the buckets.